morning, everyone, and welcome to a very special edition of the Charity First Handicapping Challenge. Today, our sister track has a sensational card over there at Gulfstream Park, the Pegasus World Cup, with two superstars in Knicks Go and Life is Good. And Chappie, we got two superstars here on the show today.
Yeah, today's going to be another terrific day here at Santa Anita, and then, of course, at the Pegasus at Gulfstream Park. And, you know, we've got one of my favorite people on the show today and my partner, because she's a Cubs fan. But I'd like to welcome them both, Brittany and Matt.
Hey!
Thanks for having us.
You guys on the show. Let me tell you what, the reason Brittany Vandenberg is on the show is because I got to see her as a guest in the TQ seminar, and I thought that she was absolutely stellar. Just a fantastic performance. I'm watching the entire show thinking she needs to be, she's a wonderful trainer, wonderful, but she needs to be on TV all the time. She needs to be on TVG. She needs to be on wherever. You were wonderful. It's a pleasure to have you on the show. You're a great trainer. Now you transitioned here from Illinois. Welcome to Southern California. How's it been so far?
Oh, thank you. I'm feeling the love right now. That was like such a great introduction. I'm loving it. You see behind me, I got the pool. We got everything going. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. It's beautiful. I checked my weather app, and I think it was like 2 degrees in Chicago. So, yeah, no more of that. No more of that.
Now, Matt, this happens every day, by the way. George goes into these long, great welcoming. He makes everybody feel like, oh, my God, this is the greatest introduction of all time. We're a little bit more chill, you and I, but I'd like to welcome you to the show. And obviously, right now, you know, you've got Joe Bravo and Mario Gutierrez, so you're keeping busy. How's that going? How's life treating you out here in the West Coast?
We love it here. Yeah. It just, you know, it's everyday business. It's a grind, and we're just always looking for that next winner. So whatever we can do to find that winner, we're out looking for them.
Now, I know you work all the time, but when you're not working, I think you're golfing. How's the golf game going these days?
Golf game's been pretty good lately. So I recently just joined the Glendora Country Club. So been getting out there a lot, and it's a way to get away from the track and, you know, have some fun with some friends, and usually playing with jockeys or owners, or, you know, it gets the gambling going a little bit, and we like to have some fun. So definitely establishes a lot of connections that way.
Love it. Georgie?
Brittany, I loved betting on you and Chris Amy. For those guys of you that don't know, Brittany is married to wonderful jockey Chris Amy, and who I bet many a time over there in Illinois. Yeah. And you guys, boy, you were winning like 30% of your races out there. So pretty cool. And it's good to see that Chris is starting to get some mounts for other trainers as well.
Yeah. He wasn't sure if he wanted to use this as a vacation or take mounts, but he just, I mean, you can't take him away from riding, and he's just like, no, you know what? I need to start riding. I need to take mounts. So I'm glad that he had one here. And actually, when Matt brought up the golfing thing, I have a funny story. Can I tell it in like 20 seconds?
Sure.
All right. Okay. So the first time me and Chris actually had a date, I had never been golfing. So he took me golfing. And he was trying to, you know, be the guy and show me how to do it and everything, you know, gracefully. And so I'm going up there going to golf, and I didn't realize that when you take a backswing, that club like comes all the way around and can hit someone. So my backswing whacked him in the head, and then I swung and hit the golf. And I was like wondering why he wasn't looking at where I hit the ball, and he's sitting behind me like full of blood on his head.
Oh, Larry.
That was like, I think, our second date ever. And I was like, are you okay? And he's smiling. He's like, I'm okay. You did so good.
Hey, George, she tried to kill him at the golf club, and he still married her. So something went right.
Still married her, yeah.
So needless to say, we don't go golfing anymore.
Brittany, real quick, you know, we don't want to keep bringing it up, but it's just a shame. I've been to Arlington Park so many times that Arlington Park shut down. What a What a great place that was. What a beautiful facility.
Yeah, and Mr. Duchessois actually just passed away. I don't know if you
Yeah.
heard that at 100. Yeah, so that was really sad. We have a horse named Duchessois actually that he had picked out, so that's kind of special to us too. But yeah, Arlington was just one of those places that just kind of made you feel like home. You know, it was beautiful, and every time you went there, you could just feel like the presence from the crowd and just how much people really thoroughly enjoyed the horse racing at that place. I mean, from young to old, you know. And it was so special, and to lose it was tragic, you know. So we're upset about it, but again, this is a new chapter in our lives too.
I was actually there, Brittany, for the Arlington Citation Challenge when Cigar won his 16th in a row, and I was right on the finish line.
Really?
So one of my
Wow.
favorite moments of my entire life, and I still have the program on my desk. That's when you got those big programs.
Wow, right.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually
So
just met the trainer of John Henry. So that was amazing too. I mean, you meet a lot of people here that you usually read in the in the Hall of Fame or history books, and to get to meet him and talk to him about that race was pretty neat too. So
I've met one of the best turf jockeys in the world, Corey Nakatani, before.
I know Corey Nakatani too.
right,
Yeah,
He
right.
rode Lava Man. He rode.
I
Lava
kind of
Man.
know him.
Yeah, kind of a little bit.
It's funny,
I
the
love
one
it.
time I went to Arlington Park, I would say it was probably over 10 years ago. My dad went and rode there for one summer. And
wow.
somehow his car was in Kentucky, and I lived in Kentucky for, like 10 years. And I had to drive the car to him. Never made it. Got stopped on the side of the road, flat tire. And
Oh no.
had to, someone came and picked us up and drove us. We were just on the border, I want to say, of Indiana, Illinois. Drove us to Arlington, got a taxi back to the car. It was just a whirlwind of a
You
show.
had a bad experience there. That seems
Yeah.
like a bad experience.
No kidding.
Yeah. I just saw it from the outside because by the time I got there, I was supposed to get there earlier in the day. And by the time I got there that afternoon, the races were already over with.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I remember.
Georgie,
I hear that Brittany. I hear that you claimed your first horse here in SoCal, and they took him away from you.
Yes. Yeah, I know. What luck is that? I'm like, geez, they don't want me having any horses here. I had it in my barn all night long. I'm thinking, I was, I loved her. I was already figuring things out. And they're like, you know what? She's got to actually go back to the Baltus barn. I'm like, what?
Avoided
So,
claim. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I think you got another one. You got one of my old horses, 4 left.
Which one's that?
4 left?
Yes, and
Yeah.
I love him. He's really sweet. Really sweet.
4 left. He's good, honest horse.
by the way, Georgie, before we get started, before you got on, I was trying to talk Brittany into staying year round. She said they'd love to try out Del Mar, but you got to get them used to this warm weather. When it's 2 degrees in Chicago, that's why you come to LA.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's get to the contest because it was a pleasure talking to everybody, but we got to get down to business. Now, today's contest, any money that's raised is going to go to the Winners Foundation. It's a great charity that helps everyone on the backside, the front side, with all kinds of issues. So it's a wonderful charity, and hopefully our 2 great guests will turn their $300 mythical bankroll into over $1,000 so they can collect some extra money. One of these 2 will move on to round 2 next month and try to compete for $1,000. Whoever wins 5 rounds in a row will take home $1,000 cash. All right, so let's get right to it. And Brittany, we start with you. You got $100 to win. Where are you going with that $100 bet, and why?
Okay, so I'm going to race 4, and there's no surprises here. I'm taking the obvious pick. I went to Doppelganger here. 3 of 5 runners are Baffert runners. Obviously Pinehurst looks really good as well. I just kind of felt that he might get in a little speed duel with Forbidden Kingdom. So I took the 4. He was super impressive on his first race, and I think that he might be able to close on these 2.
All right, Doppelganger in the San Bob Baffert Vicente Stakes. I think
Yes,
they
yes.
call that stakes now because he's got 47 runners in there. Is just amazing, and
Yeah, and
and
Pratt. I
hopefully
mean, Pratt's been doing so well, so I just figured I'm gonna go with that one for the win bet. Keeping it pretty safe.
that sounds good. Pratt's pretty good. Chappie,
Yeah, he's decent. All right, Maddie, where we go with our $100 win bet and why?
I went to, what was it, the 5th race, maiden special weight for 3-year-old fillies, going 6.5 on the turf. I really like the cutback for number 9 on Granola Girl. If you look at her 2 sprint races, I think one was going 5/8 and one was, both were 5/8, and she's always running on at the end. I definitely think the little extra ground at 6.5 looks like a mile's too far. 5/8 is too short. This should hit her right between the eyes.
All right. So the 9 Granola Girl 4-1 in the morning line, draw a line through that last race that was washed off the turf. Like Maddie said, she was coming the time before that, ran third to a nice horse that's shopping for Pharaoh for Jonathan Wong. So 4-1, we'll take it. Georgie, that's a winner. We should be way ahead by then.
All right, sounds good. Brittany, you've got $100 in Exacta to play with. You can either do an ice cold straight Exacta for 100, or an Exacta box, or an Exacta part wheel. What are you doing with your Exacta? What race we're going to?
Okay, so I am keeping this one pretty simple as well. I did an Exacta box, and it was funny because I actually had to talk to George about this because I am not a bettor at all. So I was like, "What do you mean by daily double Exacta boxing this and that?" So anyway, I'm doing an Exacta box, and I'm doing it with Funkenstein. I think it's Mike Pipey, right? That's how you pronounce that name,
Pipey.
Yes,
Correct.
yeah. So I'm doing him and Strauss's place for Phil D'Amato. These two guys just seem like they always are kind of right there, but haven't got it done yet. But the 2, the 3, the 5, I just don't feel that they're. I don't feel that they're much threat in this race at all. These guys have gone the distance before. I feel like they're at the level where they can win. The 5's going to show a ton of speed for them to go chase. I think that for those 2 horses, I think that that'd be a perfect race for each one. I think either one of them can win. Either one. So I threw it up there. So I boxed those 2.
All right, Brittany is bringing the funk, Chappie. She's bringing the Funkenstein
Yes.
into this baby, and
Yeah.
so.
And they always say you got to have that funk, Georgie. So
Gotta have that fun.
Maddie, where are we heading with our Exacta and why?
I'm going to kick it off in the first race. I like Stormin' Lady, who looks like it's the class of the field. She should be pretty tough. But I also like my horse that my own jockey rides, Mario Gutierrez, the 12-horse Miss Carousel. And she's just a really honest filly. She always tries. She loves 5/8. She's coming off, actually, we sent her to Turf Paradise. She got a little overnight stake win over there. So she's protected today. She gets a little, I think, class relief. And I'm going to play a little $50 Exacta box with the 4 and 12.
George, I hope he's correct because whenever we did the wine festival day, I have to do a tip sheet. And my tip sheet was 4, 12, 5. And the 5 is actually scratched. So if I'm right, he's right. We're on the same page here. We're going to kick off race 1 with a winner in the Exacta, Georgie.
That sounds
Just hope
good.
we're not cheap speed.
That's right.
All right. Before we get to the daily double, Brittany, put that cup closer to the camera. What kind of cup is that you got there?
The one and only Santa Anita Cup right there, baby.
Woo!
Right there.
I like it.
Nice.
Very nice. Very nice. All right. We got $100 to work with in a daily double. So where you had to pick the winner of 2 consecutive races. What race are we starting the daily double on?
So I'm starting on the 7th. I'm doing the 7th and 8th. I had originally taken Warren's Showtime. I really like this horse. The more that I looked at it, though, I just feel like she's coming back a little soon here. That last race that she had a bad start. She had to go, 7 wide, it seemed like, in that race. And it's just hard to make up all that ground on this kind of turf course. So, I mean, I don't think that was really that bad of a defeat for her. So I did really like this one here. But ultimately, I ended up going with Victor Espinoza's horse, Burgoo Alley. I feel like this horse hasn't been tested as much as Warren's Showtime, but I want to take a little bit of a price on this one. Victor Espinoza talked to me a few times about this horse. He said that he absolutely loved the way that she worked. So I thought, why not? I'm going to give her a shot here. She's been showing up in every one of her races. Throw that last race out. It was off the turf. So I'm going to take a little bit of a price at the 7 here, Burgoo Alley.
And the next race, that's a daily double. You got to get 2 in the next race. Who's
and race 8, you're gonna have to give me a minute to find my sheet here. Hang on 1 second, I'll see who I got in race 8. What did I get written down there, honey? I got race 7 here. 1 second. I can't seem to find it.
I'm trying to find it.
Oh,
I think
I got Cezanne there.
Okay.
Yeah, I got Cezanne there for Baffert. Yeah, I just feel like that was just an easy pick for me. I mean, the numbers speak for themselves. Winning by 9 lengths the last time in the Grade 3. I just feel like that was a safe bet on that horse here. Perfect distance. Been off a long time, but I don't really worry about that too much with Bob. I feel like he really gets them fit, ready to roll. He won't run one unless he thinks that it's ready. So I'm going with the 3, Cezanne there.
all right? So for your daily double, you could either go 7-3 for $100, or if you wanted to use Warren's Showtime, you can go 2-7 with 3, $50 each. Which would you prefer? The 2 and the 7?
I can do that? Okay, let me do that one. That one sounds good. The second one.
Okay. All right. So she's going to go with 2-7 in the 7th race. Warren's Showtime, who think is going to be coming from out of it. And Burgoo Alley, who's certainly trained by Phil D'Amato, who we refer to as the Sultan of Sod. And
right. Okay.
because he had a horse called the Sultan of Swat, which of course is Babe Ruth, and so I tagged him the Sultan of Sod because he wins so many races on the turf. And then in race number 8, Cezanne is one of the best painters of all time, a wonderful artist, and you've been an artist being on this show. It's so great to have you on the show, Brittany.
Oh, thank you, George. I really appreciate it. This is so much fun. I love doing stuff.
Hopefully your picks will be a work of art, as you are, and we'll get that win and raise money for that wonderful Winners Foundation. Happy?
Hey, Matt, this is how they work. I'm going to tell you right now. George cheats because as soon as the 7th race is over, he'll call Brittany and go, Bodachita won. You can go 2-4-7.
Right. You can add another one in there.
Yeah. It's never over till it's over.
It's a team effort, man. It's a team effort.
I feel like you guys are cheating having Matt on. He's like been a race tracker for life. This has been his life, handicapping races. Jeez. He tells me, you're going to be up against Matt Nakatani. I'm like, throw the sheets. What I'm done.
She's just trying to put all the pressure on you, Matt. That's all.
Yeah,
Don't worry.
Yeah.
All right, where
I'm
we
going to put
go?
a lot of pressure on my jock. So.
Yeah, exactly. Right. All right, Matt, where are we heading with our double?
I'm going to switch it up a little bit too. I'll play a $50 double. Turns out to be $100, but we're going to go to the 8th race. We're competing against Brittany here. And I'm going to pick my horse, Team Merchants, that my rider, Mario, obviously rides. He's just training unbelievable. We've always had a lot of high hopes for this horse. And I think if we can get first run on Cezanne, we'll be in the right spot. So I figured I'd single him. It's a juicy 6-1 morning line. Probably go off a little higher. And I'll use 2 horses in the last race. That's the 9th, Duet Day and Annie's Song, the 2 favorites. Who 2 back, I think they ran against each other. They were, I think, quarter of a length apart. Ran 3rd and 4th. I think Duet Day, who I probably take a little stronger play with, is she got in a little trouble, spotted the field, I think 11 lengths at one point, and definitely made up some ground with some run. Andy Song, I think, is a filly that mile might be a little too far for her, as well as Pammy's Ready. Looks like the mile just is going to catch up with her. So there should be a little speed in the race. I like to set it up for either the 3 or the 4.
I like it, Georgie. So first of all, if he wins that double, it's going to be lights out. But Team Merchant's going to be a nice price. And then the last, he's got the 2 favorites. And if you watch that race, Day got absolutely annihilated at the start.
I was going to say that.
Yeah. What's our tiebreaker race, George?
I guess we're going to have to go
6th?
Maybe race number 6. Yeah.
Okay. So you guys take a look at race 6 for a second. We have to spin the wheel of doom here to see who gets. This is in case you're tied. Whoever beats the other person in the tiebreaker race would move on. So I'll give this a spin. Matt. All right.
Oh.
So Matt,
race
you
6.
get first pick.
You get first pick. It's just head to head in this. I don't think we're going to need it, but just in case.
Just in case.
We've needed it in like 9 of the last 10 ones, but go ahead.
Man, race 6, I think it's tough because it's wide open.
Yeah.
I'd hate to go to the rail horse with the first time out, but I know she's training really well. See if Pratt can catch a flyer.
All right.
Fair in the 1 hole.
He Peter Urton and Pratt caught a flyer a couple weeks ago with the first timer from the rail. So.
From the 1 hole.
Yep, exactly. So, all right, we got the 1, Brittany.
So you pick a horse, then all your horse has to do is finish in front of his. In race 6.
Okay. All right. Well, this pick is easy for me. I'm going with Bellamore here.
Okay.
Simon Callahan. I absolutely love the Callahan horses. Every time I see them out at Santa Anita Racetrack, I'm going, there's a Callahan. They're gorgeous horses. They're beautiful. I've got the chance to see this horse a little bit. I think that she's a big, beautiful filly, and I think she's going to get it done here. She's had a little time off, but he can afford to do that with these owners, and I think she's going to come back in good order. So I'm picking Bellamore.
Love it.
Who do you got there, Brittany? Talk to me. Who's that?
Good luck, Charm.
She's
who's that beautiful dog?
She's cutting out on us, Georgie.
All right.
This is Spike. This is my dog Spike. So if I don't grab a hold of them, they're running all over here playing with stuff. So I'm trying to hold them down.
All right, love it.
It sounds
all right,
good.
Georgie.
Sorry, I'm not getting good stream. I don't think.
That's okay. We're good to go.
All right. When we win, Chappie, there's a pool party at Brittany's house. Everybody's invited to the pool party, and we're gonna have a good time over there. Once again, welcome to Southern California. Hopefully, you and Chris Amy will have great success here in SoCal, and we hope that you're gonna be around here for a long time. You're wonderful. You got a great personality, a wonderful handicapper. For a person who doesn't bet, usually people who don't bet don't know how to handicap well, but you're fantastic. So thanks for being on the show, and I wish you luck. Chappie?
Yeah, thanks both of you guys, and good luck, Brittany, out here. It was a pleasure meeting you. Matt, I shall see you soon, and let's take home a victory. But thanks you guys both. It was a lot of fun.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks,
All right,
guys.
We'll